You're watching WGN Midday News.
Coming up next, a woman shares her father's story on the escape from the Nazis. Legacy of Rescue, A Daughter's Tribute, is the name of a new book written by Marta Fuchs. It details the story of her father and the man who saved him from death at the hands of Nazis. Marta, welcome.
Thank you.
This sounds like sort of a Schindler's List story.
Exactly. Exactly. My father was in a forced labor battalion attached to the Hungarian army, and his last commanding officer, Zoltán Kubányi, was a devout Seventh-day Adventist, and he defied Nazi orders and protected and saved this group of about 100 Hungarian Jewish men under his command.
When did you find out about this?
It wasn't until I was 37 years old that my father revealed this story.
Wow.
And at that point I said, we must document this and have him be posthumously honored as a righteous Gentile.
So then you began interviewing him and doing research to find all of this information?
Yes, and we sent in the documentation to Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Memorial Museum in Jerusalem, and then when he was posthumously honored, the reason he was posthumously honored, the rescuer, was because he was captured as a POW by the liberating Russian army and died a year later in captivity of typhus, buried in an unmarked grave. So I wanted to bring him alive. And also he left behind a young wife and infant son. So I unearthed the son and took my brother and his kids and my kids back to Hungary to meet the son and his family.
It's so wonderful that you could do this because his generation often didn't talk about what happened to them during that time.
Yes, I was very fortunate. My parents told me what happened and my brother, and they also gave us a sense of connection and continuity to life before. So they told us about the wonderful life they had before the war, and then they especially highlighted the individuals who helped them.
Wow, wonderful story. Do you think there are many other stories like this around where we just didn't know, the parents didn't tell us? What?
I would like to believe so, and their survivors aren't going to be around forever, and so I've been encouraging my generation and the next generation to keep talking to their parents and grandparents so that we get these stories while people are still here.
Yeah, that's wonderful advice because they didn't talk about it. Sometimes they were traumatized,
Yes.
so traumatized that they just kept this hidden.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
Marta, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us. Legacy of Rescue, A Daughter's Tribute. And Marta will be at a book presentation on Friday at the Heller Nature Center in Highland Park. So for more information, you can visit legacyofrescue.org. Thanks so much for the story.
Thank you for having me.